to a Shirtless Explains Frontal Muscle Anatomy 101. Now, there are many different parts, many different muscles on the human body, especially on me and on you too, because everyone has muscles. But let's get into it. We're going to start with the clavicle. Now, that's actually a bone, but I just wanted to point it out. Then we're going to move on to the traps. Your traps are right here. These are your traps. Often well-defined traps look very good. I recommend, especially if you're a man building your traps, it's how you get that wide-looking frame. But of course, we're going to move on. What's after traps? Well, you got the pec major. The pec major. This is the pec major. Pec major, you have two of them. And under, right here, is the pec minor. A little bit difficult to get to, but the pec minor is under. Not listed here, but that's okay. That's okay. Moving on from the traps, the pec major, we're going to go to the brachialis. Brachialis is often connects towards the elbow. A little bit tough to point out on this. It's right here, but connects here and goes this way. And just below that is the extensor. The extensor is the forearm muscle. It's the forearm muscles. So, with the forearm muscles, you have multiple of them. A little bit, it's more complicated. This is just 101. So we won't focus too much on all the different extensors in the forearm, but just take my word for it. There's a lot of them. But before we go down any further, let's go to the right side. Now this, a very difficult word to pronounce, but the sternocleidomastoid. That's very difficult. That is very difficult. Sternocleidomastoid muscle is located in here. Located in there. Moving on, we went through the traps. You got the traps back here and the deltoid. Deltoid is the shoulder muscles. They're that round shoulder muscles. Traps, deltoid. Traps, deltoid. Don't get them confused. And of course, now we are moving on to my favorite muscle. My favorite muscle, can you guess what it is? Probably not. It's the lat muscle. Now, the medical term is the latissimus dorsi, but the lat muscle right here. Well, let me put this down for a second so I can really show you. This muscle, the lat muscle. Now these are often great for lat pull downs, trying to do pull-ups, but the lat muscle, one of my favorite muscles. But let's bring it back. Bring it back to possibly one of my second favorite. My second favorite, can you guess what it is? Maybe not, probably not, but it is the, right here, the serratus anterior muscle. The serratus anterior muscle. So the serratus anterior muscle, that's how you get this. Do you see the little rib cage here? That is the serratus. But let's keep going. Of course, we have the bicep brachii, a favorite. It is the bicep head. And now we are moving to the rectus abdominis, one of the most desired. People often go to the gym for this muscle, often just called abs, to get that six-pack physique. But if you don't have abs, I recommend you can always Just work out 2 to 3 times a week, limit the calories, and you will start to get there. It's just more of a body fat thing I'm sure you've heard before. Abs are made in the kitchen. They are made in the kitchen. Moving on. Not really a muscle. And I cannot comment on this one, or else the video will get taken down. But you can look for yourself. The lower half of the body here is definitely difficult to give a more physical representation, since obviously you can only see up here. But the one thing that I can definitely focus on, well, two things, I guess, the adductor and the abductor. Now, how do you tell the adductor and the abductor apart? I will give you the easiest explanation you will ever hear. You will never forget which one's abductor and which one's adductor. People often talk about a third leg, right? They talk about the third leg. Well, to get a third leg, what do you have to do? You have to add. That's how you know the adductor is on the inside. Because adductor, you're adding a third leg. The abductor is on the outside. You just have to remember how to adductor is on the inside and the abductor is obviously on the outside. Simplest explanation you will ever have for the adductor. The other one I can possibly show you is the gastrocnemial lateral head and the gastrocmedial head, oftentimes just known as the calf. I can try and lift the calf up here for you. So the medial is on the inside, that is here, and the lateral is always on the outside. Medial gastroc, lateral gastroc. Simple explanation, and we will conclude with two of my favorite toes, the big toe and the pinky toe. Thank you so much for listening to this physical demonstration of the frontal muscle anatomy 101 explained by me, Shirtless Talker, and I hope to see you in the next explanation. Bye-bye.